Hey folks, welcome back to the Dice Tower preview. I'm Mark, and today we're taking a look at the new version of Castle Panic. Castle Panic Deluxe is brought to you by Fireside Games. It's for 1 to 6 players, ages 10 and up, and games run about 60 minutes. The forest is filled with all sorts of monsters. They watched and waited as you built your castle and trained your soldiers. But now, they've gathered their armies and are marching out of the woods. Can you work with your friends to defend your castle against the horde, or will the monsters tear down your walls and destroy the precious castle towers? You all win or lose together, but in the end, only one player will be declared the Master Slayer. In 2009, Fireside Games introduced us to Castle Panic, arguably one of the best all-time family board games. My kids both grew up playing this game. Many game nights were spent defending the castle. This game holds so many amazing memories for me, so I'm very honored to show you what the fine folks at Fireside Games has in store for us next. Castle Panic Deluxe Collection is the long-awaited Ultimate Deluxe Edition of Castle Panic and all of its expansions. The giant box contains 5 games, limited edition and all deluxeified. Everything is here: Castle Panic, the Wizard's Tower, the Dark Titan, Engines of War, and the brand new expansion, Crowns and Quests. Yes, a new expansion is coming. We are not going to be covering gameplay in this video, but I am going to show you all the shiny new bits. Each game does retain the same mechanics that we have loved for over a decade, but now feature deluxe upgraded components. The game and all the expansions feature all new art, plastic walls, towers, and castle pieces. Plastic monster minis that feature unique spinning base to track damage. Wooden monster tokens, promo cards, a deluxe monster bag, playmat, and much more. This massive collection features 180 plastic pieces, including 97 monster miniatures. So first, let's take a look at the base game. But please remember, this is very much a prototype, but wow, what a prototype. Now, you're going to be building your castle like always, but look at the details here. The walls and the towers, so much more substantial than what you had before in cardboard. And the different fortifies that you add, but look at the detail. You've got rock and stone, and you've got vines growing on, and you've got the windows and the towers and spots on the top of the tower for the different flags. So really neat aspects to building out this centerpiece on the table. And I really like that tactile experience that it adds that wasn't there before, really. And the thing is that the tiles do that as well. You're still gonna be pulling tiles from the bag as monsters come towards you from the forest, but they are now wooden, thick tiles, just really adding more to that experience from pulling from the bag. And you have a new custom dice that you'll be rolling to place monsters and so forth. But you have all your 3D miniatures now, and all the monsters are represented. But what's really cool is that their base swivels, so you can track their health. Just really well done. So clever indeed. Now, you've got all the different monsters you'd expect, obviously. You've got the Goblin King, you've got the Orc, the Troll, the Orc Warlord, you've got the Goblin, the Healer, and the Troll Mage. All kinds of really cool aspects to the different monsters, and the detail they put into these, really well done. And it all marries itself with the new artwork as well, which we'll take a look at. But you also have this new base, which is the tar that you can put around any one of these. So if you don't know the game, you'll play a card to slow down the monsters with tar, and it just adds that new 3D element to it for sure. Now, I am particularly excited about the boulder for some reason. I just think it looks so cool. I just want to roll it across the board, but it adds, again, just that new dimension to the game. Everything about this is just that level up. It adds so much more flavor, so much more experience, which I love in gaming. So let's take a look at the artwork. So all the standard cards are here, everything you'd expect, all your main forces, you know, all the different colors of like the swordsmen, the archers, and the knights, and you have your heroes as well as the wilds for like the swordsmen and so forth. But you also have new cards for the brick and mortar. Everything has been retooled, like I said, and you've got the fortify wall, my favorite card, Barbarian, but all the excess cards that you have in the game for battling the monsters have that new shine to them. And let's take a look at these expansions. Now again, we're not going to dive into gameplay, but let me give you a little summary about each. In the Wizard's Tower, you join forces with a friendly wizard, giving you, the players, access to powerful magical cards, But the monster army returns bigger, smarter, and faster than ever before. So you have your mega bosses that this expansion introduced into the game. You've got the dragon and you've got the necromancer. Again, along with all the new cards, beautiful artwork, the new tiles, everything has been redone and retooled for this big expansion. And of course, the wizard tower itself with 3D flames that attach to the different components in the game. But this tower has all the details you'd expect in a wizard tower, all the shingles and so forth, really added some nice flavor to this new piece for the castle. And that brings us to the Dark Titan. The ancient Titan Agronach returned to lay siege to the castle. Agronach is preceded by his heralds and brings new monsters while the players get help from support tokens and the Cavalier. Now, the different cards here, you get the new castle cards, obviously, new artwork, but you have Agronach himself, which is a really cool miniature, but I have to say that I'm probably a little more excited about the Boom Troll. Really cool, I like this miniature a lot. But again, adding that new flavor to the game, more tactile, more beautiful pieces to put out on the board and try to defend against. And of course we have Engines of War, which then brings a whole new economy to the game, where you, the players, can assign tasks to the engineer and collectively pay resource cards towards those tasks to build traps and weapons. Meanwhile, the monsters press the attack with siege engines and new creatures. Again, adding new tower to the middle of your castle, giving you the ability to place the catapult and ballista on top. It's really cool how it's notched and you can place those on as you build them and so forth. You've got the fortify and you've got all the new artwork again for the engineer and so forth. So it adds all that new dimension to the game. Again, all of these expansions are going to have those new tiles, the new thick wooden tiles and so forth. And then you have all the promo cards. They're throwing those in as well in the big box. So those again have all the new artwork and so forth. But I love how they've really tied it all back together, giving you this definitive version. And then along with all the new artwork and components and all the upgraded bits, they have decided to release a new expansion with this big box. It is called Crowns and Quests. It's going to introduce playable characters with unique powers, and then you must attempt to complete challenging quests such as retrieving magical items, destroying cursed temples, and even teleporting the entire castle to safety, all while fighting off the monster army. So I can't wait to see this new expansion and the different dimension it adds to the game. Alright folks, just a reminder once again, this has been a Dice Tower paid preview, and everything you've seen here has been in prototype form, so keep a close eye on the campaign for any changes that still may occur. Now, with that said, yes, I am very excited about this game. I know this is a paid preview, but this has been a family favorite of ours since the game was released, and I can't help but talk highly about it. The thing is that it adds just that new coat of paint to the game, like I said, a whole new tactile experience, and just the presentation, it just looks so beautiful on the table, and I love how it just pulls you into the game even more. So folks, if this looks like something that would be of interest to you, I'm sure they'd appreciate your support. So I think that's it for me, and until next time, we'll see you at the table.